you just caught me medicating. I wanted to do a show about, or 6 minutes at least, about all the different ways that I medicate. So here we go. I still smoke doobies. It's quick, it's fast, it's cheap. It makes me feel how I need to feel in the moment. So at 3 a.m. when I need to go back to bed, I'm not really thinking too much about safety recommendations. I'm thinking about getting my head back on the pillow and back into dreamland. And so smoking it is going to do that for me, whether I do it in a doob or in the bong. So I just wanted to share the fact that I put this stuff in everything. I'm an equal opportunity ingester. You know, I of course, like everybody else, started smoking doobies because that's how cannabis was used for many, many years. There were always those people who did other stuff with it, but you know, for the most part, we just smoked it in doobies. There's a lot of other ways though. Like for instance, I have my vape charge in here. This is my packs. This is another way that I might ingest. I take this to work. I go out 2 to 3 times a day, sometimes 4, fill it up once. This is a great way to ingest. You don't smell, does the trick, cuts down my anxiety right away. So that's another way. Put that back up there on the charger. Another way that's very popular is oral ingestion by droplets, you know, so let's go for it. It's 7-ish. I'm going to slip in a couple of hours. And she goes, holding that under my tongue if I can. I don't really love the oil consistency, but it is what it is. Or I might take some oil that I made myself, CBD, right? This is another thing that I'm going to talk to you about. It's making your own. If you can go to the store and buy those little cookies rolled up, you know, that you slice off and bake them in the oven, if you can do that and make stew in a pot or in a crock pot, you can make your own cannabis oil and you can heal yourself for a half or third of the price. So I'm going to do that in another show. That might be another way that I'm going to ingest. And I would use one of these awesome droppers that you get at like Rexall, 2 for $4. Buy some of these. It's one hand. You literally dose yourself once again under the tongue. You saw how I cringed when I took that oil? Not all of us are okay with oil. You know, some of the older people maybe remember cod liver oil and are okay with it. It makes me feel a little bit gross. Kind of makes my throat feel funny too. So I don't love it. I do it, but if the taste, texture, or process of putting that oil under your tongue deters you from taking your medicine, then stop doing it that way immediately. Go to a health food store and buy one of these or a whole bag of these empty gelatin caplets. You can get them at amazon.ca as well. They're about 1,000 for 20 bucks. Fill them, put them in your purse. That's how you're going to take your medicine from now on. The onset of relief is going to be a little bit delayed because you're not holding it under your tongue for the sublingual blood vessels and whatnot, but you're still going to get it in and get it working, and that's what we're doing here. Another thing I might do is I might eat my bud. So I can roast it in the oven. I mentioned that before, 280 degrees-ish, 280 to 300 for about 30 minutes. Cover it up in a Pyrex dish with a lid on it. We're talking roast, not toast, okay? You want all of those little compounds in there to vibrate. When you heat them up, they vibrate, okay? And then they knock off that acid that's going to block the absorption so that when you eat it, it's going to go right into the receptors. So another great way to do this is to save your vaporized bud. See that? It's kind of dark brown. Here, I'm going to put a little bit on the lid. This is my ABV bud. Already been vaped, okay? It smells a little bit burnt, tastes a little bit nutty. Nutty. Still has a lot of medicine in there. Let me tell you, it still has a lot of medicine. It's already decarboxylated, as in the acid has already been broken off because I used it in my vaporizer first. This stuff is awesome. Do not throw it out, okay? Not that I really want to advertise Bedrocan there. But yeah, keep it and use it. So what I'll do is I'll put a spoonful of this on my plate, and then I'll put my food on my plate, and I will eat everything, and I don't even know what's in there. And you get a good night's sleep that way. Waste not, want not, okay? Every single part of this plant is useful. You need to use it, okay? So save all of your vaporized cannabis in a container like this. I'm getting to the point of making some butter, people. I'm gonna make some butter with this, make a little cake, some squares, some cookies, feel nutty, sleep all through the night. There's a lot of other ways that you can ingest now. I mean, I think I mentioned in another video that one older gentleman that I know where he roasts it in the oven, puts it in his pudding, and that is how he takes his medicine. So this is a man that was on a lot of pain medications, and now he basically takes his medicine in his pudding. And he was dancing in the waiting room, showing everybody how good he felt. So there's no rules anymore, you know, and like if you're experimenting with cannabis and you're not getting to the point of relief, it might be because you're ingesting it a certain way. There's a lot of different ways to ingest this product, and I do know of a lot of them. A lot of ways that are different that we don't talk about a lot, you know. Making your own suppositories is one way to really get that medicine in there, and especially that pain killing, without feeling a lot of the effects of the THC. Because when you insert it that way, it doesn't have to go through the liver, and the liver is where the THC is changed into other compounds, activated more. You feel it a lot. Whereas if you can get a suppository in there, it's going to really do what it needs to do, whether that be killing pain, stopping seizures, or killing the evil C word. This has been 6.5 minutes with the Couch Activist. I just wanted to show you that I'm an equal opportunity ingester. I'm gonna get back and watch some TV and smoke my doobie. Stay healthy, peeps, and if you got questions, I got answers. So just let me know what you want to talk about next time, okay? Peace out.